More than 100 years have passed, yet the allure of this cookie remains as strong as ever. Over 40 billion are produced each year. It's enjoyed in more than 100 countries. And annually, it brings in over $2 billion in revenue for its parent company. Its name, Oreo. With two crispy chocolate wafers sandwiching a smooth, creamy filling, the Oreo isn't just a snack, it's an icon, a symbol of childhood memories, sweet joy, and pop culture. But have you ever wondered what lies behind each little cookie? How do they manage to make millions of them all perfectly identical? Today, we're stepping inside the Oreo factory, where precision technology and craftsmanship come together to create this legendary cookie. Oreo was first created in 1912 by the National Biscuit Company, what we now know as Nabisco. Today, Nabisco is a brand under the global food giant Mondelez International. The cookie made a lasting impression with its simple, yet captivating design, two dark chocolate wafers sandwiching a sweet white cream filling. Over the past century, Oreo has expanded across the globe. Now produced in 18 countries and sold in over 100 routes, it's become a household favorite, a national cookie loved by families around the world. But what has kept Oreo's charm alive for more than 100 years? Perhaps we need to start where it all begins, the ingredients. To create the perfect cookie, you have to start with the perfect ingredients. For the outer cookie, Oreo's recipe includes all-purpose flour, finely sifted to prevent clumping and ensure a light, crisp texture. Alkalized cocoa powder, which gives Oreo its signature dark color and smooth chocolate flavor without any bitterness. Fine white sugar salt, baking soda, and canola oil, all precisely measured according to an optimized ratio. The cookie itself isn't overly sweet, and that's intentional. It's designed to balance the cream filling. As for the cream in the middle, here's something surprising: there's no actual dairy in it. Instead, the filling is made of powdered sugar, palm oil, and corn syrup, a small amount of soy lecithin, an emulsifier that helps blend oil and water, creating that signature smooth texture, and finally, a touch of vanilla flavoring for that familiar comforting aroma. Every ingredient is carefully selected and rigorously tested before entering the production line, because in the food industry, consistency is never a coincidence. Once the ingredients are ready, the cookie's journey begins. With a seemingly simple step, mixing the dough. But in reality, this stage is critical. It determines the crispness, lightness, and signature texture of the Oreo cookie. In massive industrial mixers, sugar, cocoa, powdered salt, and baking soda go in first, followed by canola oil, which helps bind the dry ingredients together. Every ratio is carefully calculated: 40% flour, 25% dark cocoa powder, 15% sugar, 15% fat, and the rest made up of other components. Next, water is added, turning the mix into a thick, chocolatey paste, almost like chocolate soup. This is when a key element is introduced: dry ice. It doesn't just cool the dough, it helps maintain a stable, optimal temperature. Because if the dough gets too warm, it can crack, become hard to roll out, and lose its signature crispness when baked. After chilling and resting for about 30 minutes, leavening agents are added. This is the secret to giving the cookie just the right lift and airy crunch once it's baked. The result? A soft, pliable, silky smooth chocolate dough ready for the next step: shaping. After being thoroughly mixed and chilled, the chocolate dough moves on to a ton of the most fascinating steps: shaping. Here, the dough is rolled out onto a conveyor belt and passed through a flattening system. Then, precise cutters stamp out perfectly round cookies, accurate down to the millimeter. But what truly makes an Oreo special isn't just the shape. At this stage, a custom-designed steel roller presses an intricate symmetrical pattern into each cookie, along with the iconic Oreo name boldly centered. This isn't just decoration, it's branding. Studies show that embossing the logo and pattern can boost the perceived value of the cookie by up to 90%. Because let's face it, Everyone loves a treat with a signature mark that makes it memorable. This embossing machine can produce up to 6,000 cookies per hour, ensuring the line runs continuously and precisely without a single detail out of place. Once shaped and stamped, the cookies head straight into the oven, where the outer shell is baked to perfection. The freshly shaped cookies now enter a fiery journey through a massive industrial oven stretching an incredible 280 feet, about 85 meters long. Inside, temperatures range from 340 to 360 degrees Fahrenheit, around 170 to 180 degrees Celsius. Each cookie is baked for just 10 to 12 minutes, long enough to cook the dough and achieve the perfect crispness, while still keeping a light tender texture inside. What's crucial here is precision. Both time and temperature must be controlled down to the second. If it's too hot or goes on too long, the cookies turn dry hard and lose that iconic melt-in-your-mouth sensation Oreo is known for. Once they exit the oven, the piping hot cookies are immediately cooled by high-powered fans. This rapid cooling stabilizes their structure and locks in that signature crunch. From here, they're ready for what many consider the heart of an Oreo, the creamy filling in the middle. There's no filling quite like Oreos. Smooth, creamy, gently sweet, and remarkably stable even at room temperature. The secret lies in its perfectly engineered texture, achieved without using any dairy. That's why Oreo spells it creme instead of cream, to distinguish it from real milk-based products. Inside large industrial mixers, the ingredients are added with precise, fully automated ratios: powdered sugar, palm oil, corn syrup, and soy lecithin, an emulsifier that helps oil and water blend seamlessly, keeping the creme smooth and stable. The final touch is vanilla flavoring, which gives Oreo its signature irresistible aroma. The mixing process takes place at a carefully controlled cool temperature between 68 and 75 degrees. If it gets too warm, the oil can separate, causing the creme to thin out and lose its glossy finish. Throughout the process, high-speed mixers continuously whip the mixture while scrapers clean the sides of the vats to prevent any clumps from forming. Finally, the creme is thoroughly tested for sweetness, smoothness, and elasticity, ensuring it meets exact standards before moving on to the next stage assembly. With the cookie halves cooled and the creme filling ready, the assembly process begins. On the conveyor belt, half of the Oreo cookies are lined up neatly. Above each one, a small nozzle dispenses a precise amount of creme, measured by a highly accurate automated system. Immediately afterward, the other cookie half is gently placed on top and pressed down with just the right amount of force, allowing the filling to spread evenly without spilling over the edges. The result, a perfectly assembled Oreo, balanced, clean, and consistent. This assembly line can produce up to 3,000 cookies per minute. That's 50 cookies every second. The entire system runs like clockwork with millimeter-level precision. But the process doesn't stop there. The freshly sandwiched cookies move through a rapid cooling tunnel, which sets the creme and stabilizes the structure before packaging. Throughout the process, sensors and workers constantly monitor the line to ensure every cookie is flawless, no off-center filling, missing creme, or broken edges. Once the cookies are fully assembled, the final but equally crucial stage begins: quality control and packaging. Even though the automated line operates with high precision, human oversight remains essential. At the inspection station, workers carefully watch as cookies move along the conveyor belt. Any cookie with off-center filling, cracked shells, or burnt edges is immediately removed. Only the cookies that meet exacting standards move on to automated packaging. Here, mechanical fingers gently place 11 cookies into each molded plastic tray. These trays are then sealed in protective packaging to preserve the cookie's crispness and flavor during transport. Finally, the packaged Oreos are placed into large cartons ready to be loaded onto trucks, and from there, shipped around the world to supermarkets, convenience stores, and even your own kitchen cabinet. But before we wrap up, there's still one more thing worth mentioning about Oreo. Something that makes this cookie more than just delicious. It gives it meaning beyond food. What about you? How do you enjoy your Oreos? Twist, lick and dunk, or just bite straight in? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video fun and fascinating, don't forget to hit like, share it with fellow Oreo lovers, and subscribe to the channel for more sweet discoveries to come. Thanks for watching and see you next time.